So, what is post-separation abuse? Post-separation abuse is a term used to describe abusive behaviour that continues after a couple has separated or divorced. If you are separating from, divorcing, and/or co-parenting with a controlling and abusive person, a certain amount of conflict is unavoidable. This is because abusive people thrive on causing chaos, conflict, and confusion. Throughout this podcast, you'll hear me refer to controlling and abusive people as either abusers or high conflict people. A high conflict person can make it difficult for anyone on the outside looking in to work out who's responsible for the conflict. This is one reason why working with a specialist divorce coach, such as myself, can be so crucially important. Often the term high conflict divorce is used by the legal profession instead of referring to ongoing post-separation abuse. This is partly because it can sometimes be really hard to tell who's responsible for the conflict. Is it one of you or both of you? Again, this is where working with a specialist divorce coach can help. Make no mistake, most abusers know what they are doing. Their behaviour tends to be very deliberate and is designed to gain and maintain control. Abusers and people with a high conflict personality, or even perhaps a personality disorder, can be really charming and are often capable of maintaining a facade or a mask to those outside of the relationship. This is sometimes referred to as image management. Abusers can be skilled at convincing others of their victim narrative, along with undermining your credibility as a means to maintain control and to keep you isolated. Just like family violence, post-separation abuse can manifest in a variety of different ways. It's usually always underpinned by prior coercive control, prior emotional and psychological abuse, prior intimidation, prior denying, blaming and minimising, prior financial abuse, perhaps even prior physical and maybe even sexual abuse. It also includes things like isolation, abusive and neglectful parenting of children in their own parenting time, minimising and denying abuse and blaming the healthy protective parent. It can include harassment, intimidation, stalking and other threats. It can involve using systems in institutions, such as the legal system. And it can involve undermining and disrupting healthy protective parenting. It can also often include allegations of alienation or gatekeeping when you're trying to protect your children. These different elements of post-separation abuse are going to be addressed in their own individual podcast episodes. So I encourage you to listen to each one of those to help you to understand whether that's a component of what it is that you're experiencing. Sharing children with an abusive person is a risk factor for continuing abuse. Co-parenting is often used by an abusive person as a means to continue to dominate and control the healthy parent. It will probably come as no surprise to you that most family violence and post-separation abuse is never reported. And one of the reasons why this is because so much of family violence and post-separation abuse is subtle and covert. A lot of it happens behind closed doors, and a lot of it is really difficult to prove. Having a good understanding of family violence and post-separation abuse and all of the nuanced and subtle ways that can occur can make it easier for you to document what you're experiencing, and also can help you to explain what it is that you're experiencing to someone else, such as your lawyer. Your ability to do this is important, particularly if you share children with an abusive person, and if you're currently going through the legal process or court system, or you think that that's a possibility for you. Keep listening to the other episodes in this podcast, because this will help you to improve your understanding of post-separation abuse.
There's a moment where the noise stops landing, where the chaos loses its hold.
That's it for today's episode of the Post-Separation Abuse Podcast. If you found this helpful, you'll love the Post-Separation Parenting Blueprint, the foundation of everything that my team and I teach, now available to all protective parents. Whether you work with us one-on-one or navigate your journey independently, the blueprint is where everyone starts. Whether you're thinking about separating, in the early stages of separation, wanting to avoid your kids being trapped with unsafe or inappropriate care arrangements, or perhaps needing to challenge and change current arrangements, and even if you're currently in the court system for parenting matters. I created the blueprint as a gift to all of my fellow protective parent warriors, because the journey of being a change maker and a cycle breaker can't be done alone, and the blueprint is the one post-separation parenting resource that gets it right. Child development, safety and well-being put first, with the evidence to back it up. The blueprint gives you the same strategic frameworks that my team and I use in private one-on-one coaching, and it's available on an online platform for you to access whenever and wherever you need. You can also ensure that you're up to date with any new announcements by checking in regularly to the website danielleblackcoaching.com.au. Until next time, take care, and please always remember, you are your child's greatest protector.
This isn't revenge, this is design. A future rewritten line by line. You don't burn it down, you build it right with wisdom, strategy, and quiet.